friends. Earth is earth, mud is mud. In some places, earth is procreative, creative. ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂಥರ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಉಂಟಾಗುವುದು, ಮಿರಾಕ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್. Similarly, the mud. Actually, if you want to compare a human head, it's even for tamash we tell you, ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿದೆಯಾ? There is, and that should be. That is the form of mud only. That is like you feel or you hear from Namdev, Jnanadev stories. It's a question of chutta man, sodada man. Chutta man, chutta andre burnt soil or unburnt soil. Man's ultimate achievement in this world is to make that mud, chutta man, burnt mud. In Sanskrit it's called seed, and all the vasanas are compared to the seeds. And we call, when the man does not take birth again, his seeds are burned. The burnt seed cannot sprout. So both north and south, we have the same philosophy that these two are either mud compared to the mud, or head is compared to the mud or the seed. The burnt mud is very hard to break. The other mud, you can make it into clay, you can make it into any form you like. A burnt mud cannot be made into a form or any other lines, rectangle, square, etc. Whereas the unburnt mud, when mixed with your thoughts, water, what happens is you can bring it to any shape. The space occupied by mud is more important than the mud itself. The mud occupying a space is a hint to the outer and inner space, existence of both. I sit on a chair, but the space occupied by me is chairful, suppose. So the measurement of chair is the outer space I occupy. I, as a person, when I talk, when I move around, I occupy some space. And inwardly I occupy my space, making myself very little, called me, I. Nannu, nannu. So the inner space is reduced to a very small me, mine. You remove the chair, you remove the I, you find the spaceless space existing. So the occupant, if he leaves that chair, the outer space goes out of him. I, me, if these thoughts are left out, mine, these thoughts are left out, then the inner space occupies. There is no me, mine, no, me, my king, Raja, Praja. All these things go out. Once me, mine goes out. So the Suttamand represents the burnt soil, rather burnt mud in the head represents the ultimate. I am not there. I am burnt. How it is burnt? Through sheer tapas. Sheer tapas does not really mean that you should sit on a rock, you should sit one-legged, you should start reciting holy names. All those things we don't say tapas. But that is tapas because you have to strain your body to know that how much it can bear the strain. But that kind of tapas is for a few. In these days of fast life and very fast thinking, such tapas they don't appreciate. But the tapas should bring you the fire in which your mudded head becomes burnt. So the thoughts and actions should be questioned, that's all. When we do some act, we should say why I do it. When I do some act, I should also ask why not I do it. I eat a banana, suppose. The tapas thought should be why I should eat this banana. Then I will have my own answer, saying that this contains vitamin, this, that. It's a food by itself, it's a complete food by itself. Why not I refrain from eating this food? If I don't eat, why not I refrain from taking this banana? So nothing happens. When you are hungry, if you eat, it's all right. It goes to proper places. If you are not hungry, if you eat, it produces shita. So this, whether you want shita or whether you want vitamin. So understand why not, why this produces tapas as far as actions are concerned. It may be this, it may be taking a policy at international level of business. Both are same. Why not, why? Why not, why? So this tapas, once you start occupying, this tapas occupies your mind, then the greater results come. All your thoughts will be watched. The problem with, luckily God is now a deity. He sees your mind but he can't speak. Otherwise if he starts speaking, maybe he will. Nowadays, I told you long back, even these deities will start speaking. At that time these fools, where will they run away? From whom they will run away? So better change your mind. Shamelessly they put their me, mine, form in front of God. Not social service, not a big thing about world, not a help to others. Nothing is there. Give me this, give me this, give me this. For what? God also can question. What's your merit? And shamelessly they are asking, give me this, give me this. Everyone in the temple. And all these spiritual, politicians, business people, everyone is asking something. Even including the people who have left everything, they also want something. The Murti is seeing it and laughing. A recluse, what he should ask? Moksha. But as soon as he enters, except that he asks everything. It can give anything, it has the power to give everything. Maravaka hota hai, maravaka hota hai. You need not ask. It is full of bounties and it wants to give boons only. It gives boons and gifts. Unexpected showering of grace is called boons and gifts. So what in your mind should be, make me fit to hold the holy Ganges, holy Vara, which you bestow on me. Just reverse your asking, you will find beauty in your asking. Now the Murti itself is cut. Yes, it has to give, and it has to give the power to hold. A bucket full of Ganges water we can't hold on head. If you are fully bald, then nothing will be held also. If you are fully bald, Ganges water will not stick. But to have that, you should have jata. That should be like Shiva. The Shiva jata holds Ganges. The fullest black day is called Amavasya. A portion towards that is the Chandra, and that is held by Shiva on the head. And he holds the Ganges. And a little falls on this world. If he loses or if he allows the entire Ganges, what will happen to any country? So he loses a little for the benefit of this world. And that may purify this world. Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita. We have a drop of this water, can't you drink? Oh people, Shankara is telling, ಒಂದು ತೊಟ್ಟು ಕಾಣಿಕ. Understand this. So when you are asking God, ask for the boons and ask for the power to hold the boons. Your grandfather, your great-grandfather would have done some punya, suppose. And you would have decided for that kind of janma for many years, many janmas, many lives. So a womb is getting a seed. This fellow evolves into a rich family, and the descendant of a rich family, he is taken birth. But the point is, can he hold this wealth? No. Otherwise he prays to God and God suddenly decides, give him this money, this much wealth. Can he hold that? The point is, he becomes over-conscious, worldly conscious. That is where he loses the credibility with God. It is my wealth. I am holding this. I have the capacity to plan, hold, hoard, do whatever with this wealth. So 100% of the people who have this brain are not fit for anything with God. Let them retire and manage their wealth. Let them not do anything with God. They will get only curse of God, shapa. So behave as devotee, behave as a social well-wisher. It's not important to make deities happy, because it is the ultimate form of bliss. And you can't become happy by thinking that a deity is becoming happy, because deity itself cannot become happy, but a pujari can, or the people around can. So that is where we hold these deities. We give it gold, we give them gold ratha, and devotees and pujari become very happy. With this happiness, we get a little happiness. So understand that deities don't become happy, the people who represent the deity become happy. Thereby we get happiness. So the principle is life and living beings. Life should be shared with others, and the living beings should come together in a very great friendship, as a very great friendship force of friendship. On the Shaktiyagi, this is the power of life. So don't ever argue about karma. If you go to a court, when the judge calls only, you can appear. You can't say that I have attended, he asked me to come at 9 o'clock. Maybe you will not call also many days. So these are all time. So don't, when you can wait that much for a court, getting income tax PAN number, for getting DIN, direct index numbers in business. So why can't we wait for God's grace? Wait means, why don't we share happiness with others? Thereby earn God's grace. Spend some time in this. You should share friendship. So this is the very essence of life. I can't tell you more. I am ashamed to find that each one has become an island. An island cannot merge with another island immediately. A husband is an island, wife is an island, boss is an island, servant is an island. Everywhere we find islands. Each child to Vriddha, everyone, old person, everyone is an island, because they are afraid of themselves. At least when you are going to temples or gurus, have faith in yourself and have faith in the place where you reach. Once a saint wanted to reach a particular temple in South India, and he reached the temple also. And inside, the deity, the pujaris did not do pujas, and they were waiting. There was huge rush outside, and a saint already is standing in the Garbhagriha, whereas the pujari is waiting for some arrival, some person's arrival. Then afterwards, it was found that a particular person holding a political portfolio, he came. It was already 1 hour late, and it was about to, Rahu Kalam is about to start. Somehow they did some prayachita and started doing puja in the name of that political person, ignoring this, the others who gathered there. Then what happened, after all went out, the political person recognized this saint. Oh, namaskara. He wished the sadhu. Then the sadhu asked, what, from where you are coming, what are you doing? No, from the capital city I am coming, but on the way I was told that there are some people who will interrupt or endanger the what do you call caravan? Caravan, what do you call it? Convoy. So I told 8:30 and I came by 11:30. Not 11:30, around 12 o'clock. This is the, with the Jiva Bhaya, why do you go to a temple? Then what for that God is sitting there? So with fear, don't go anywhere, better be at home. Don't do anything, good or bad. If you are thinking you are wise, time is millions of times wiser than you. If you think you are very clever, time does not say it is clever, but is clever than you. Human power, please offer it to God. Till such a time, it's only korupu, fat, it's just a fat. Not only fat, it's unwanted fat. So, whatever, you be a powerful political leader, you be a powerful businessman, you be a powerful person, bureaucrat, think that it's all a big boon given to you. So these islands can be connected only with love, care and share. Otherwise there is no bridge possible. So the husband and wife, children, office, everywhere that is possible. Everyone is an island. They can be connected only when this love takes over your heart. Till such a time it is just a talk. I will make this poor man rich. I will make this happen. I will make that happen. These are all powerless words. With Jiva Bhaya, with fear, with doubt on even temples, these people, if they move, shame on islands. So let these islands know that only God can protect. ದ್ವೈಪಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Then let them feel in their heart love, which is fearless. Very beautifully in the welcome, some address, a small boy told on 15th August, July, 15th July. Let us all hold the property of love, which can be shared, and let that be shared, so that we will create a fearless society. Very beautifully it was told. The sentence was so nice. So understand, God has to be respected, and Vedas and whatever words told are the final. Let us not question it. Let us not put our brain and whether I have attained. You have never attained. You will never attain. Idiots with brain should take another 100 janmas to even know what is it. So offer even that brain good to God. Friends, I am happy that you are all with us. Never we have bowed to the so-called higher-ups, so-called recognized people. Never we have bowed, nor we will never be. We have strength in our own self. We will not invite X, Y, Z for our protection. You just think that power of God is in your heart. He stands before you, He will protect you. Never doubt this word. This kendra is a powerful one. And this power cannot be explained. But each one can explain. Suppose the fire in micro oven is, the heat generated by micro oven is equal to any other heat generated. The heat is common, whereas the instruments producing heat are different. So when you are talking about heat, it's heat. So the power can be compared to the fire. Much I can't tell because it's a pure silent mysticism. And don't test the power. Give respect. If possible, surrender. Otherwise, just be yourself. Who asks you to participate in ManavaSevaKendra? No one wants anyone here. Be a good man anywhere else also. Don't even harm others in thinking. A very short life is there before you, before which I desire that you live as a muktha, as a released person. For that, you need the fearlessness and property of love. So many individual skeletons with a little fat dancing as elephants and bhutas and representatives of ego. It's horrible sight in this world. ಎಲಿಮಿನ ಶರೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬನ ಆಡೋದು ನೋಡಿದೆ. So fill that fat, fill your heart with love. Then you will know what the power of love is. Sadhu is sattva. Tamas is your skin. It is already dead. Rajas is like your blood. That when it circulates, it can create good or bad activity. Sattva is the ultimate wisdom. That makes you a sadhu. Sadhu means the sadhu, fearless sadhu. Fearless sadhu is um, not a person with who is afraid. A fearless sadhu is never afraid. Because that is the sattva, that is what sattva teaches you. Such sadhus are required. Everyone should become such sadhus. Then their rajas will run this world with love. That is the request. That is the wish made in this kendra. Be friendly, be loving. Be intense in whatever you are doing. Then you will find meaning to your activity and thought. Pay respect to all the others. And mentally be positive. Even if a person is very angry, he wants to shout at you, mentally be positive. A child comes to disturb you, be positive. You will find that they change their attitude. So unless this love is shown, how will they understand that love rules this world? So minor beginnings, minor irritations, minor anger, which results in major bursts and outbursts of anger should be stopped in the initial stages by implanting positive thoughts and love. Find the root. It is you. You are so good. You are divine. You are forgetting it, that's all. Don't forget that you are divine. You are part of the same truth. Spread love. Become Shiva. Become empower yourself with Shakti and be the son or daughter of Shiva Shakti. Om. నన్ను మీరు మీ పాదారవింద నాద్యయమో మరవక నాయన్న నన్ను మీరు ఓ రామని నామ మధురానందమో ఓ రామని నామ మధురానందమో సాకేత రామ శ్రీరాముల సన్నిధి చాలా సుఖమో శ్రీరాముల సన్నిధి చాలా సుఖమో శ్రీరాముల సన్నిధి చాలా సుఖమో శ్రీరాముల సన్నిధి చాలా సుఖమో శ్రీరామ నామము జీవన తారకం హృదయ సింహాసనతో హృదయ సింహాసనతో సర్వము మీరే జయ జయ రామ సర్వము మీరే జయ జయ రామ మరవక నాయన్న నన్ను మీరు శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ 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 సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ సీతారామ జయ రాధే శ్యామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ శ్రీరామ్ జయ రామ్ జయ జయ రామ్ మరవక నాయన్న నన్ను మీరు ఓం पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते शांति 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 शांति. I love you so much. Thank you.